Good morning everybody, I'm Steve and welcome to Green Side Up. There's been no video for a few days. I did make one a couple of days ago, put it all together and I didn't like it. It was sending the wrong message out, just deleted it. So we're back here today to do another one. And today's is about carrots. Now I know a lot of people have suffered this year with carrots in germination, and it's chiefly down to watering. I'm no different. I've been a bit tardy this year. I've no excuse really because I'm here every day. But what I did do is early in the year when I sowed the carrots in here and started watering them, I stupidly put the lid on. And what that does is it makes me think it's a contained box, a bit like the sweet corn thing is up there, the hot boxes with the plastic. Therefore all the moisture's kept in, and I just ignored it walking past it, and that's my fault. So I'm going to correct that now. I need to get in here. It's full of weed at the minute, so it won't take long to clear because it's no dig, and we'll get some more carrots sown, and I'll show you earlier sowings of carrots and harvests, and we'll sow some more in the polytunnel as well. So I'm just going to take this lid off and take it out of the way. So now you can see, I mean, there's barely a carrot in sight. I did have a mole run through there earlier in the season as well. And that's what's all the cracking and craziness on top of the soil there. It's little mole channels running through. Anyway, time for some weeding. Good thing about no dig, weeds just come up so easy. Even the thistles. So quick tickle over with the claw, and then we'll rake it down and then give it a jolly good water, and then we'll come back to in an hour or so. I'm going to give it a couple of waterings, get it all nice and moist before I start sowing. So I'm going to sow some seeds in this now, and I'll probably get 8 or 9 rows, and I'll go across the bed like this. And I've used my my homegrown dibber. I can feel that the ground is plenty wet enough underneath, so this is ready to sow now. And I'll keep the lids off these boxes to remind me to water these daily to make sure they stay damp. But anyway, again, using my homegrown dibber, I'll just, using the straight edge, just draw a drill across the soil like that. And I'm using, this is a variety of seed that I've seen but never actually grown myself, and it was recommended to me last year. The variety is called Eskimo, and it stands well into winter. And this was recommended to me by Sean James Cameron as a good winter one, so I'm going to give this a go. When you look on the sowing charts, it does recommend that you sow them earlier, but I think I should be all right with these. And I'm going to sow some outside and inside as well. Now, while we're on the subject of Sean, I wish you all the best, mate. I know you're off on a new adventure. Just want to wish you all the best of luck, and just say that you know where your friends are if you need them. You know how to get in contact with them, and I'll just say that. So good luck, mate. All the best. Don't be a stranger. Right, and that's as simple as it is. Try to sow them thinly, just cover them up and now keep them moist. Now, a little thing about this, like me, I had no excuse really. I should have kept these moistened earlier in the season when I sowed them. I didn't, lazy, forgetful, whatever, not organised, and I didn't. If you're a daily gardener, you can do that. If you're not, there are ways around it. Like for instance, I know around here, very popular on this allotment, is to put a plank or a piece of plastic over the top of peas especially. They do it for down here. The idea being that the plank of wood keeps the mice from going underneath the soil and eating the peas. It doesn't work of course because the mice just buries underneath. But it's all just a method just to keep moisture in. Now, if you can't water your seedlings daily, it's a good way to do it, but it provides a place for slugs to hide. And yes, you can come the next day and you can lift off, find the slugs and deal with them as you wish. But to my thought and to my mind, and this is just my opinion, if the slug's there, it's already done the damage. It's just resting after eating. And a slug can easily decimate a line of carrot seedlings in a night. They can go overnight. I've had it happen to me, so I prefer not to use that method. I know others do, and others have great success with it, but it's not really for me for doing carrots with. I have used it in the past, and it does work, but again, it's not for me because I can water daily if and when I remember, which is again always the key point. So again, just using my homegrown dibber, put another drill in, and then we'll just sow some seeds in it. And then the key, as I say, is just to keep your seedlings moist. Now, there's every chance, because these seeds didn't germinate earlier in the season, they're more than likely still there, a lot of them. And the chances are, now that I've raked it all up, they'll be spread all over the bed. So as well as my nice long lines of carrots when they germinate, I could have them spread everywhere as well. So I'm going to have a lot of thinning to do. So also bear that in mind as well. I mean, a lot of seeds will have just melted into the soil and gone away, but I've just cleared a bed in the polytunnel there where I sowed Chantenay carrots over last winter for the carrot challenge with me and Tony, actually. Tony Smith, that is. And I've got germinated carrots in there. I've just pulled up, clearing the bed to grow more carrots. Anyway, I'll finish this one off, then get this one done behind me, and then we'll go inside. Right, so I'm just watering these in to settle the soil around and over the seeds, and I'll do this every day now until I see germination, where I'll ease off, and then only sort of water maybe once or twice a week. So that's it for now. I'm going to leave the lids off to remind me to do it in the mornings. We should be good to go, and these, as I say, are Eskimo, and they'll stand right into the winter. So thanks Sean for that tip. So these carrots were sown all the way back in February, and it's time now to pull them up, make way for the next crop in these barrels, which again will be carrots. So I'm just going to pull them all up, see what I've got, and see how well this little trial did. I mean, as I was expecting baby carrots, and that's what I've got. But these are going to be lovely. But last year, Tony and I did the carrot challenge thing, which was a lot of fun. And but I think back then we sowed them just a little bit too late. I would have preferred, and I was waiting for His Royal Highness to get hold of the seeds, which he eventually did, and we went We started sowing in August. Really carrots for Christmas, I think. Want to be sown in July really. So I'm going a little bit earlier this year. Not too sure of the varieties I'm going to go for yet, but I'm just clearing the decks because I need to sow soon, and we need to look at the crops outside as well on another day. So I'm going to tie all this together. Right, so I've had a few carrots out of that tub. Mostly small ones, mostly baby carrots, but that's great for this time of the year. Yeah, very pleased with them, especially as it was an early start, an early sowing for them, and they've been in over long. I mean, I sowed them back in February and it's now sort of mid-June, so I mean, carrots are generally a 60-75 day crop, but there we go. Anyway, the bucket's empty now, ready for the next sowing. Got some purple ones in the corner there, and then these are the Autumn King in these buckets. These will stay in a bit longer. They're looking a bit sorry for themselves, need a good water. And this one at the end is the one that's in peat-free compost, so they haven't done anything at all. Not impressed with that. These beds are now resown, and I'm going to leave the lids off until after germination, just to remind me on a daily basis to keep these seedlings or these sown seed moist. So if you see me on a video walking past them, shout at the screen, "Steve, water the damn carrots," just to remind me. But hopefully with the lids being off now, I shouldn't forget and everything should be all right. We've done a little harvest in the polytunnel for salad carrots, which we'll be eating over the next week or so. And then after they're gone, I've got another little crop about the same size of purple carrots in there, which we'll also enjoy. I've got 3 beds clear in the polytunnel now after doing some other jobs in there, and 2 of them I'm going to put over to carrots for going into winter. I'm going to sow my usual Chantenay. I normally do a bed of Chantenay every year, and I'm going to go and look at the catalogues and see about trying another variety in the second bed. Now the thing is, this variety that Sean James Cameron recommended, I've forgotten the name of it now, Eskimo. I'd seen the name, looked at it several times, but never actually looked into its qualities. And it was only when Sean recommended it to me that I looked into it and then bought the seeds and hence growing them now. So I'm going to spend some time perusing the carrot sections of the seed catalogue and see what qualities some of these other carrots have got and whether they will suit polytunnel growing going into the winter. Go and see if I can find another variety, maybe 2, to grow in a second bed in there as a bit of a trial. It's only by actually doing that do you find out these qualities and find out if a particular variety suits you and suits your growing conditions. And I'd like to try another 1, maybe 2, so we'll see on that. But for now, this is done. Look after yourselves, everyone. Please stay safe. I'll see you very, very soon. Take care now. Bye bye.